feel like that's just something that's forced down your throat from like the moment you get in school. You're supposed to get a job and some career and work for some boss for like 80 years of your life. Like, nobody wants to do that. Let's be real. Nobody wants to do that. Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I want to talk about how it is navigating as a college dropout. I feel like a lot of people don't talk about how it feels to, like, you know, drop out of college and the effects that you may have, or how other people may treat you because you dropped out of college. So hopefully in this video I can shed some light on that, and if you have dropped out, hopefully you can get some comfort or advice, or if you're thinking about dropping out, you can get a view on how it feels. So first I want to give like a brief summary on why I dropped out, and I've already done like a full video on it, so if you want like a full in-depth video, you can watch that. But just for a brief summary, due to how I saw life and how I was raised and the circumstances I was in, I tend to look at careers in college purely for just like making money, getting not being poor, and being able to provide for myself, my family, etc. And I pretty much thought that way like all of my life. But once I got to college, I realized that if you really don't want to do something, you're not going to do it. No matter how hard I like force myself to like try to like it, to just keep going, because like maybe I'll start to like it, or maybe it'll make sense to me, I literally just could not. Like, I was just forcing myself to the point where I literally was feeling physically sick because I was just forcing myself to try to stay in school and do something that I really wasn't interested in. I ended up deciding to just drop out because I had I had no reason of being there. Every time I was thinking of like actually doing that job or career for the rest of my life, I realized that it just wasn't for me. I really hate the fact that many of us are like forced at a young age to just have our lives figured out, because like we do not have it figured out. I feel like, you know how long you can go without knowing what you want to do with your life? A very long time. And feeling forced like in high school, middle school, college to just know exactly what you want to do. Like, what if I just change my mind? Like, and then that being seen as a problem is crazy to me, you know? That's kind of basically why I dropped out. And yeah, it just wasn't for me. So the first topic I want to talk about is the pressure of self. So for me, like the moment I dropped out, it was just like, I obviously was like, okay, so what do you want to do? Then what do you want to do? Like, I feel like I needed to know what I wanted to do in my life, and I really didn't know. Like the first few like weeks and months, I kind of was just like trying to figure out what am I going to do, you know, because obviously it's like, okay, you dropped out of college, so now it's time to like figure out your life, figure out your career, figure out what you're going to do to make money for yourself. Eventually I realized I wanted to try everything. I wanted to do everything. Like, I don't want to have like a limit to the creativity and the capacity of myself, you know? Like, if I want to do that, I can do that. If I want to do that, I can do that. So I was like, you know, I want to do a lot of things, but let's just start with you know, one or two things, or let's just start slowly and just build a whole bunch of things on top of each other, you know? I just started doing things that I was interested in doing, like for example doing YouTube, and from there, or from this, I will just continue to build on different things that I want to do, because that's what you should do. But the pressure that I put on myself, because again, it's just really an illusion, but I put a lot of pressure on myself to like be great and to like prove myself and other people wrong, in the sense of like what I should do in my life. You don't want to feel like what you did was wrong. Like, you don't want to feel like you made a mistake, and it's okay if you do make a mistake. I mean, that's the point. You can go right back to college if you wanted to, if that was a mistake from leaving. But I know that is not for me, but I still have to like prove to myself and others that what I did was right, you know? And especially because we live in a world where I just feel like that's just something that's forced down your throat from like the moment you get in school. You're supposed to get a job and some career and work for some boss for like 80 years of your life. Like, nobody wants to do that. Let's be real. Nobody wants to do that. Next thing is the pressure of other people. I really don't care about the mass majority of what other people have to say, because honestly, there's many people that dropped out. There's many people who gonna have a problem with what you do regardless, you know, so that doesn't matter. But it's more like people who may, like my family members, people that are like close to me, or people who like expect me to be somebody that I'm not. Obviously, when I decided to choose to drop out, not everyone agreed around me. My mom at first was a little like, she was like, no girl, like what are you talking about? But eventually she was like, you know, if that's what you want to do what you want to do. My grandma though, on the other hand, she was not for it. Even still to this day, she still wants me, like she still encouraged me to try to get back in school. She's like, okay, you're taking a little break, whatever, but you gotta get back in, you gotta go back to school, or just go to school to do this, or just go to school just to finish the degree. Of course that sucks, because like, you obviously deciding to drop out is a huge thing. Like, again, that took me months to really just, and like to fully accept that I did not want to be in school anymore, and to like deal with like not people being supportive around you does like make it harder. But like, girl, at the end of the day, it's my life, not yours. So I also want to add that in a lot of cases, if like your parent or someone around you decided not to take a risk, decided not to choose a life that they desire, they're going to really, you know, reflect that onto you and push that onto you. So be mindful of that. The older generation, I feel like, are just scared to actually try, to actually take risks, to do things that they actually want to do. And I feel like this newer generation is not. So just be mindful of that if a lot of people are projecting, if a lot of people are like talking about the things that you want to do, like even if it's not just dropping out of college, but just whatever you decide to do with your life, if people are just judging you and not agreeing with you, it's probably because they didn't have no one rooting for them, or they didn't even root for themselves to even do something like that in the first place. So just remember that, and again, do what you want to do, because like, why not? All in all, people are going to judge. People are always going to have something to say, but it's up to you to realize that none of that matters. No matter what this person says or that person says, no, even if it's like, again, like your mom, your dad, someone really close to you that you thought would like have your back, like, it's okay, because at the end of the day, as long as you got your back, as long as you believe what you did was right, don't let nobody get in your way. Do not let anyone get in your way, because if you do, they're holding you back from possibly living your best life. I kind of just want to talk about that really quickly, about just how it is as like being a college dropout, because I feel like I've dropped out in December, so the fall semester. It's crazy how time has flew, and it's almost like a full year. Life is life at the end of the day, so just choose what you want to do what you want to do, and yeah, simple. Like, there's nothing else to it. Would you rather live and or attempt a life that you want to live, or do something that you don't want to do for the rest of your life? I think the answer is very clear, but I feel like a lot of people are not hearing me. So y'all have a good day, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.